So it's that time of the year again when we sit down and we talk about TFNation, which I think is the 11th to the 13th of August at the Hilton Metropole in Birmingham. Just near the NEC. Been going there for a good few years now. Obviously, last year was the first year since the pandemic, so we missed a couple of years of it. And it was great to see some people there, and it's back again. It's come around quite quickly, to be honest with you. And I know Tony Thrussell does all of his TFN questions and everything like that. So I thought I'd answer some of those, if I could remember them, because Tony never puts them in the bloody comments, in the description even. And yeah, I thought I'd just talk about like the hopes and fears and all that kind of bump that we talk about every year. So yeah, I thought I'd do one of these and start to build up a little bit of my joining on the hype train anyway. So I think one of Tony's questions was, what days are you going? At this moment in time, I will be going just on the Saturday, mainly driven by the price of the event, to be completely honest with you. I used to stop one night and have the 2 days. I used to buy the weekend ticket, but unfortunately that's no longer an option. And funnily enough, if I was to buy 4 days at the hotel and have all the events and the top package and everything like that, it would cost more than the same amount of time in New York, which is absolutely bonkers, really, isn't it? But I digress. I'm going on the Saturday. I may come on the Sunday. I haven't quite decided yet, but I just can't see the value of spending another 35 quid to get into the dealer hall. The only thing that I'll think that might sway me is if I buy a Sue Blue ticket, which I'm probably not going to do because that'll be circa, another 110 quid, which is just crazy money, really. Absolutely bonkers. But yeah, Saturday is when I'll be going. I might come up on the Friday night for a little bit and have a drink. I'm definitely not paying for a Friday ticket because 30 quid for that's insane as well. The only other option, I suppose, for the Saturday for me was to have an early entry ticket, which I think's another 35 quid, which is, I think it takes up to about 80 quid, I think. I might be wrong, it might be 70. But nevertheless, it's bonkers to pay 35 quid to get into a dealer hall an hour early. It is even more of a kick in the balls to pay £45 to get into a dealer hall. Well, that has already been bloody picked by people who've paid £80, but there we go. The event is the event. Prices have gone up everywhere. And yeah, 45 quid on the Saturday felt like the best value to go and take part in the event. So I am only going to be doing that. Unless I change my mind on the Sunday, but we'll see. The only other option for me is, because I live just about half an hour away, is the Stafford Toy Fair at the Stafford Showground on the Sunday. So I could go back to TFN, spend 35 quid to get into a dealer hall, or I can pay 4 quid into Stafford the following day. So I don't know what I'm going to do. But anyway, so yeah, that's where I'm going to be going on the Saturday. That was a really long answer to this, wasn't it? What was his other questions? What's your drink of choice? Well, my drink of choice is anything non-alcoholic these days because I don't drink. I've got a coffee here at the moment, but I don't drink alcohol anymore. So I'm partial to a non-alcoholic beer or cider or that kind of stuff, or just a Coke or a coffee. I think will be sound by me. But again, it's prices, and again, it's the fact that the Hilton just take the piss when it comes to some of the prices of some of the stuff there. And I hate to keep harping on about money, but I think in the current financial situation, it makes you just look at things a little bit differently. I'm probably just going to take, like I did last year, a big bottle of water in my backpack and chug on that. But we shall see. What is my playlist? God, I don't know. Probably listen to some Joe Rogan on a podcast on the way up there. I always stick on the movie soundtrack on the way up there, so I'm probably going to be doing that. I suppose this is a big one. What's on my shopping list? And the answer is, I don't know, to be completely honest with you. Because the San Diego Comic Con has hit, and the some of the figures have just been released straight away, and Hasbro have released a lot of product lately, there isn't that much on my shopping list of the new stuff that I really want to pick up. I've got a couple of figures from my mate John that I'm going to buy off him. He's bought that recent 4-pack that had the Seeker, the Quintus on, and a couple of others in there. I bought 2 of those off him because he didn't want them. I think Brad's mentioned to me that he's going to sell a few Star Wars Power of the Force bits, which I might get off him. But actually, that's all stuff outside the dealer hall, right? And this isn't, by the way, this isn't buying stuff from people there. It's about just people not posting stuff to me because we're meeting up anyway, right? So it's not selling stuff outside the dealer hall. The money would have already been swapped well before that. And yeah, they're my mates anyway, so you look out for each other and you get stuff from them at a decent price, just like you sort out other people, your close mates, at a certain price. But anyway, I digress. So let me go through a couple of things off the top of my head. The one thing I really need to pick up is the Legacy Core Class Swoop. I've been looking for that online. I didn't pick it up from Amazon when it was in stock. Looked around Birmingham yesterday, hoping they'd have it in Forbidden Planet. They didn't. So I'm probably going to look at picking that up. There are a few of the G2 releases that I quite fancy. I had the G2 Grimlock in my hand, and the reason why I put it back is I thought, well, maybe, just maybe, if there's nothing else at TFN, I can pick that up from there. That's the yellow tiger stripe one, that is. Also, Dead End would be good to get, the G2 Legacy Dead End, that would be cool. Probably slightly rarer items that I wouldn't want to pay loads of money for, but Shadow Strip, the black G2 drag strip, and Crasher, the Mirage repaint, even though I've got a shit ton of those Mirages moulds now. When it comes to the bigger stuff, like, I mean, I've got Commander Class Armada Prime hopefully on the way this week from Comics and Cocktails. Nemesis, even though I am tempted to get it just for the shuttle mode because that robot mode is atrocious in my eyes, I'm not going to pay £200 for it because I know it'll be on offer at some point for like £80 to £100, so I'll get it at that point there. I'm trying to think of the other stuff that, like, G1 wise, it'd be nice to get some parts. So maybe parts from the Dinobots I got missing. Maybe a new slag. Not one in the bedroom, by the way. Dinosaur Triceratops slag. Because my childhood one wasn't from new and it's really battered and I have none of the weapons. So I think what I might look to replace is that. I need some G1 car parts. I need Trailbreaker's back part to his truck. I need Jazz's rocket. I'm just looking over there now. I need a few other pieces. Could do with a Target Master Blur as well to finish the trifecta of G1 Target Masters I've got. And also Hot Rod's original guns as well. That would be quite cool to pick those up. Maybe a third party figure. Maybe. I've got my... the only one that I might be tempted on is maybe a better version of Springer because I don't like my open and play one that I got from TFN a couple of years ago. So that may be an option if I see one at a decent price. And maybe a KO of the version 3 of Optimus Prime, that would be pretty cool as well. G1 Shockwave is a G1 is one of the few G1 molds I actually need, but I can get a KO from Showz for £45, so I'm actually tempted to go down that route more. Some of the G1 reissues, maybe Skywarp if he's there. I might go in on the Insecticons. I'm not sure on Perceptor yet. And I'm trying to think what else. Like that's probably like they're the things off the top of my head. But if I got none of those, I wouldn't be upset. I just genuinely don't know. So TFN and even Auto Assembly for me used to be going again the big bot of the year. Maybe the Commander Class figure. And I'm not doing that this year and I haven't done that for the last couple of years. And obviously with TFN being cancelled, I don't think I've picked up a Titan at TFN since... Who was it? Maybe Omega? It might even have been Fort Max, you know? I can't even remember. Or Predaking. Maybe it was Predaking. I can't remember. But it's been a long time. It's been at least 4 years, put it like that. Yeah. I'm obviously going to have a look on Toy Foo, see what's on there. It's all. Quite sadly, I didn't get anything from Toy Foo last year. There was just nothing on there that appealed for me. I know that sounds bonkers, but it was just that I was just trying to buy what I really wanted. I kept thinking to myself, if I buy it, I need to be able to display it. So yeah, I'm going to definitely try and get something from Toy Foo. What yet? I really don't know. I'm going to be looking out for a few Beastie figures for Oliver. That'll be quite cool. He wants me to have a look from the other Rise of the Beast weaponizer figures, so I'll keep an eye out for those. But let's face it, like, the dealer hall is a great part. It's all about seeing your friends as well and seeing people that you haven't seen for a while. I remember last year walking in really early in the morning, like 7 o'clock, and still seeing Jermaine and Nosey at the bar, having a drink, having gone to bed from the night before, which was pretty cool, to be fair. It was good to see him after so long. And yet, this is the thing about TFN, it's such a whirlwind. I'm looking forward to seeing Luffy and Brad. I can't wait to see them. I'm looking forward to meeting John for the first time. I'm looking forward to seeing Rudy, because Rudy Zazoo's going to be there. Hopefully the ground character 75 will be there. Thu will be around, either surrounded by people when he first walks in, or pissed up at the bar doing something like really loud later on in the night, one of the two. I'm trying to think of, oh God, there's just so many people that I'm looking forward to seeing. Transformers the Show guys as well, of course. Looking forward to seeing them. Toys R Us will be there. I don't know if Magnum Prime's going. I think Diamond Bolt's there this year. It's going to be a bit random, isn't it? So yeah, looking forward to seeing all those. Looking forward to going to the bar. Looking forward to going to probably to TGI's with the lads. That'll be outstanding. I think Brian and those guys will be there as well. God, it's been a year since I saw them. That's completely bonkers, that is. Yeah, so just seeing people, catching up with people. This is why I'm still in two minds whether to stop one of the nights. You know, I really am tempted to stop one of the nights up there. But yeah, we'll see. What else? Obviously there's autographs. Be nice to get Sue Blue's autograph. That would be really, really nice to do that. But I don't think I can pay for that full experience and get her autograph and a photo and all that, because like autographs are nice, but I can't top the Cullen and the welcome one. God, James as well. Bloody hell, I've forgotten one of my best Transformers mates, James. Of course, he'll be there. But yeah, sorry, mate. Going back to Graham as well, Inky Boards. He is going to be there. See, names are popping in my head. Oh God. Anyway. Autographs, yeah, it'd be nice to get some autographs, but I'm not going to wait in massive queues. I'm not going to sacrifice spending time with my mates that I haven't seen for ages for an autograph that I'll probably never look at. But I will take a few things to sign just in case those queues are low. Yeah, and the TFM for me is all about catching up with people who you've missed, you haven't seen for a long while, and then buying loads of toys. And my budget isn't the biggest this year. I've got enough. I've got enough to have a good time, to buy some really nice things, but I'm not going to go absolutely crazy. Because number one, I don't really want to, because I haven't got the space for the stuff anymore. My collecting habits have narrowed down a lot of late, and yeah. But with that said, I will buy myself something nice. Yeah. So, shall we go to hopes and fears then? I suppose one of my hopes and fears are the same thing. Is that like I tend to, and I think it goes for the job that I do and everything like that. I tend to analyse the cost versus the actual value of what you get from the event. And like, and I know I might harp on about the prices and all that kind of stuff, but genuinely I hope I don't let that overshadow the event, because that £45's gone now, it's paid for, it's done, I can forget about it. But it's just going to be great to spend time with people and enjoy the event. So I just hope that that cost doesn't overshadow it. I also hope that you're actually able to people are actually able to get their autographs, get the things that they're entitled to. Because last year, remember, with that, the dude who played Primal, he was charging for autographs and everything like that. So I hope, another hope is I hope people get what they want at the event. It feels like the event, and I'm moaning about the structure of it now again, so switch off now if you're sick of me giving on. But it just feels too compartmentalised now, whereas you could go for a day and that's fine. If you bought for a weekend, you had access to all of this stuff. Now everything seems to be behind its own little paywall, and you're questioning whether you want to be part of that event. Like, for example, the evening ClubCon. Like, very rarely did I go to it, except when Stan Bush was there, but it was always an option to go. Now that's behind a paywall, and I just hope that I manage to get access to the things I really want to, because the other downside is they don't publish things about what's going on in each event until very late on, before you've maybe even made a decision and bought your tickets. So I just hope that I get access to everything I want to, but I know that'll be the case, because at the end of the day, I want to go into the dealer hall and buy robots and simulate, so there we go. Yeah, what time I'll be getting that? I'm probably going to get there for 7, probably. I will get up and I'll get there really early for 7, and make a full bloody day of it, I think. That's what I'll do. If I don't stop the night before, because I am tempted to stop over the night before, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I am excited now. Like, it's such a... It's an event where time really does stand still. It feels like 5 minutes since we walked out there at the last AA, to be honest. And now we're back round again and we're seeing everyone, and it's going to be awesome. I'm really, really looking forward to spending a bit of time with people, and buying toy robots as well. And I have no idea what Tony said for the rest of his questions. Probably something about making sure you wear deodorant and his brand's links generally, because he's sponsored by links. But yeah, I am excited now. It is less than 2 weeks away. It will be bloody awesome. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all there. Make sure you come up and say hello if we haven't met before, and if we have, then come and say hello anyway. We'll probably be talking anyway. But yeah, let me know what you're going to be up to if you haven't already done one of these videos. Until next time, I've been Zort Rider, and I'll catch you again really, really soon.